My workout at Roswell Barbell, just north of Atlanta. I've literally driven down from Nashville this morning, pulled up here, got my training in, and now I'm going to check into my Airbnb for a couple of nights. Today was a posterior chain type workout, so I'm currently doing this is my second of 3 days in a trot training, so I'm trying to split it up a little bit. You've probably noticed from the other videos that I've just been doing pretty much full body routine. So yesterday was bit of squat and pressing work. Today is all back and sort of hip dominant stuff. So started off on some pendlay rows. I think it has a really good carryover to strongman. You know, simulates picking up say sandbags, kegs and things, sort of using the leg and the back and the hips and everything just to create a burst of energy off the ground. So pendlay rows to get going. Moved into some speed deadlifts. You've probably seen and guessed by now I like the 8x2 1 minute rest thing, so it was just 315s, so 143 kilos with red bands over the top. Yeah, 8x2. Then some pull downs, but they've got a really cool pull down machine that you'll see in a moment that's got a real big sort of chunky heavy duty Rogue fat grip parallel handle setup. So I decided to go sort of funless on there, challenge your grip, really slow it down, bit of bodybuilding stuff going on in there. Then did some RDLs. Whenever I do my RDLs, I always stand on a plate, like a bumper plate, simply so I do the full range of motion, but so the bar never rests on the ground. I just try and keep tension in there, sort of the principles of bodybuilding really, like time under tension to actually create a hypertrophy effect, especially at the moment as I'm eating more food, might as well let the growth be in muscle instead of fat. After that, T-bar rows. They've got the best feeling T-bar row I've ever used in my life here. First of all, the plates are so far out in front of you, you don't need to load it, they're heavy. I had 2 plates on, so 40 kilos, and it felt tough. But the way the handles are set up, it just, for me personally, mechanically, it just fits nice and wide, 45-degree angle, really hits the mid-trap and the rear delts, which is what I'm looking to build up, create that sort of shelf in the upper back. After that, I moved into some reverse hypers, that was it, which I'm really enjoying. I've never used a reverse hyper till I came over here a couple of weeks ago. Really feels like it takes a lot of pressure and loading off my spine. It just feels like a healthy movement to do, and at the moment I am going through some little bits of pains, niggles, tweaks in my back, especially on the right hand side, so I'm trying to be sensible. So that really helped. And then I moved on to, they've got some out of the stones here, just using chalk, no tacky or anything. It's the first time touching a stone in 4 months, I think. So I did alright, just played around, did a couple with their 225 stones, so 102 kilos to the shoulder. You'll see on the video I was a little bit wobbly, but yeah, there you go. Did a few sets of front squats with the stone, so get onto the lap and it's sort of like a front squat / good morning sort of hip extension type thing. And then they have a 175 pounder, so that's 80 kilos, and just did some quick lap to shoulder, alternate shoulders. But yeah, we'll whiz through the gym now. I'll be really quick, show you around, and then we'll get to a workout. Yeah, had fun, it's a good gym. I'm about to check into my Airbnb, go have some food, and get fat for a few days. I'll check back with you guys soon. Thanks, bye. So we're going to whiz through into sort of the main lifting room, sort of the main bodybuilding lifting stuff. So we've got the plate loaded equipment, cable stacks, I think there's a couple of bits cardio equipment and things, variety of different sort of body parts to hit your typical bodybuilding sort of things. Now whizzing through and spending a bit more time in the lifting room, or the powerlifting type room. So pretty much every single bar you could imagine. 6 or 7 different squat racks, half racks, cages and things with a variety of different benches. I think they've got the fat pad benches in there and things like that. All the Atlas stones, and that also doubles as a speed pull platform with the band pegs on there. Got to have the stars and stripes on the wall. Pretty much every gym seems to have that over here. Love the patriotism. And into the workout. So pendlay rows to start with, nothing too heavy, 110 kilos. I'm just focusing on just trying to keep tight. I'm not really trying to kill myself on them. Speed pulls, 8x2, 1 minute rest, a typical thing you're going to see in nearly every video on some form of exercise. 315 pounds, so 143 kilos. fairly happy with the speed, not too bad. I think this is the 8th set of 8, so this is a pull down machine that I mentioned. Well, the pull down handle, really fat, going thumbless, really slowing it down. Weight is nothing to be boastful about, but it's just feeling a contraction, testing my sort of training my forearms, my hand strength and things like that. Yeah, sort of all about that contraction, time under tension, all that sort of stuff. Quite enjoyed these. And then I think coming up next is the RDLs, and the way I always do them, so get them out of the rack, start at the top of the motion as you should, and stand on a plate. The reason for that is to keep tension on the hamstrings and glutes, so the bar doesn't rest at the bottom, but I still get a full range of motion instead of guessing where I'm hovering off the floor. Quite liking these. I didn't realise until I looked back at the film today, however, that I think my back's starting to round and it's not even a heavy weight, so that's something I need to just be mindful of going forward. But other than that, just a nice deadlift supplement, deadlift accessory. Yeah, and then next is, this is literally the favourite T-bar row, chest supported T-bar row machine I've ever used. The handles are just at the right 45-degree angle. The way it fitted, the way I put the foot plate to get the motion, so it really got my rear delts and traps, it was just really good. I just liked it, and as you can see, not a lot of weight. Reverse hypers, seriously probably my favourite posterior chain accessory movement right now. Really like them, especially doing them after, I mean, I haven't done heavy deadlifts today, but if I was doing heavy deads, doing some afterwards, it feels like it just decompresses my spine as well as put some work in on my glutes and my erectors, so really good movement in my opinion. At the stone, so this is what I finished on, so this is just a 102 kilos, 225 pound stone, pitting up to my shoulder. I think I have trouble getting the balance, but there we go. And then I moved on to right shoulder, which I'm a left-handed, so right side is a bit harder for me. And as you can see, I very barely balance it, and I'll count that. Some sort of front squat extensions. I did multiple sets of all these, but I'm just trying to show it in real time and make sure the video not too long. I think it was 4 sets of 5. Just it sort of looks like a front squat, but it's more of like a hip thrust, to be honest. It has that sort of effect. I feel it in the glutes and the back, but and then yeah, finished off 3 lots of 3 per shoulder. It's like an 8 kilo stone, just like ripping it up. It was just to try and get me heavy breathing at the end of the session and just get a little bit sweaty. Yeah, I think this is the last rep now. But overall, the workout was really good. As I said, I think this was the 2nd out of 3 workouts in a row that I was doing, because I knew I was going to have like at least 2 or 3 days off. So yeah, I'd sort of split it up, so it'd be some squats and pressing, and I always find squat and pressing work I can recover quite quickly from. So it was all posterior chain that day, and then the following day was squats, pressing, but to a lesser extent, and then some movement work, and that's at a gym called The Rack, also in Atlanta, a bit more close to Central. That video is coming up shortly. But yeah, this was great. The gym was amazing, the people were really helpful. I think we were dashing out of town to go to a meet that day, so big on the powerlifting scene. Familiar with strongman as well, but powerlifting's more their bag. Powerlifting's massive over here, really is. But yeah, it was a great gym, great environment, lovely people. I hope you enjoyed the video, and The Rack coming up soon. Thanks, bye.